Packer and Durham coming up. Danny Hall gives us his walk-up music, Roddy, among other things.
Can't wait to hear this.
He is not.
Yeah, can't wait.
He has not provided his walk-up music. And we welcome the legendary head coach of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, who joins us live from Knoxville, Tennessee this morning, the site of the region that features the number one overall seed Tennessee Volunteers, who see Alabama State. Meanwhile, the Jolton Jackets will play the Big South champion Campbell Camels. And Danny, thank you as always. I don't know if you realize this, but Roddy Jones was part of the broadcast of the Big South Championship, so he's got all the intel on Campbell you may need if there's any late ad you need for your scouting report for your team today.
Oh, we need all the help we can get. So, yeah, I think maybe when we're done, I'm going to call Roddy and just see what he's got. But, I'm sure Roddy saw it as we see it on our scouting and watching video. These guys are really good.
That is the part about
the only scouting report that I would give you, Coach. The only scouting report I would give you is locate it, because if you throw it down the middle, they can really hit it. That's all I got for you.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I think someone told me that they put 3 of the top home run hitting teams in the NCAA in the same regional. So, not sure if we're going to see all that. Hopefully we see some on our end and not against us. But, this ballpark's prone to a lot of home runs, and so it could be very interesting, as they say.
Danny, the top seed, obviously, Tony Vitello's done a great job at Tennessee. There's no getting around that part. But Roddy and I are just talking about the statistical markers of Tennessee's program a moment ago in discussing your bracket. The ERA number, the home run number, I mean, it almost looks like it's a misprint at times when you think about just where they are as a baseball team.
No, I mean, it's. I think that's why they've been number one for several weeks, Wes, is that there appears to be 0 holes in their arsenal. And, you said it right. Tony's done a tremendous job here. They've kind of got it rolling, and they have a really, really talented team that has performed extremely well in, if not the toughest, one of the toughest conferences in America.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Coach, I mean, your offense, though, takes a backseat to nobody. You've got the nation's leading hitter when it comes to average, and Chandler Simpson at the top, who's been fantastic for you. He's been a dynamo on the base pass as well. Obviously, Kevin Parada has been one of the leaders in home runs throughout the season. Andrew Jenkins, you could just continue to go down the list of that lineup and talk about how good it's been. What's it been like for you in the dugout watching this team on offense on a game-in, game-out basis?
It's been fun to watch. These guys have all performed at a high level. I think 6 of our 9 starters made all conference. Parada is going to be a high draft pick. I certainly think that Jenkins and Simpson would have a chance to go really high. Tres Gonzalez is just kind of a sleeper in the 4-hole. He doesn't hit home runs like those guys hit, but he's always on base. He puts the ball in play. And Timmy Borden, Stephen Reed, and then we can just kind of go on and on. They've been impressive, and I think we play in a great conference, and so to just see what these guys have done week in and week out against really good opponents, it's been fun to watch.
I want to pivot to the league as a whole here. You've seen this thing play out for a long time now. This appears to be one of the better years for ACC baseball. 9 teams, 4 of them hosting. The league takes, as Roddy said, in terms of backseat on offense, you take no backseat to no other league in this country. From your perspective, is this event critical to establishing kind of the profile of the playing personality of what this league is becoming or has become?
I think we definitely have that opportunity, Wes. We're playing the number 1 team in the country from the SEC, which everybody, for years, and they've earned that right because they've won so many national championships to say that they're the best league. But yeah, I think a lot of us have opportunities in some of these, regionals to hopefully just let everybody know how good our league is. And, and I do think that just top to bottom this year, that the league's the strongest it's ever been. And, you've seen it coming for a few years because everybody's got good coaches. They're building facilities, and and then I think COVID has ramped it up some with just everybody's got older teams, and as a result, those wins are hard to come by in the conference.
Yeah. Well, Coach, the Tennessee obviously gets the headlines in this regional, and rightfully so with what they've done. But you have to focus your team on playing Campbell. You're going to see a first or second round pick on the mound, and Thomas Harrington in that first game. They've got a first round pick in Zach Neto at shortstop. How do you keep your team focused on, hey, look, Tennessee's down the line. We've got the Campbell Camels who are incredibly hot through that Big South tournament. We've got them first and foremost. How do you keep your team focused on that?
Oh, we just talk about it all the time, Roddy, and you're 100% right. Like, everybody already wants to put us against Tennessee, and it just doesn't work that way. We have to play well to beat an outstanding Campbell team. I mean, their coach has done a tremendous job. I think they've won 4 years in a row in their conference. They've won 40 games. You're right. Harrington is a top round pick. Throws 4 pitches for strikes and has been up in the mid 90s. And then everybody, and then just watching him on tape, Neto. I mean, I'd take Neto right now. I mean, he's a great shortstop. He's got tremendous power, tremendous instincts, and he's going to be a high draft pick. But those aren't the only 2 guys they have. You look down, just down their lineup. They've got as many guys as we have with double figures in home runs, and then they've got pitching. So this won't be easy. This time of year, everybody has earned the right to get here. A team like Campbell has won their conference, and they're very confident because they have won a lot of games.
Danny, I asked Brian O'Connor this question a half hour ago. Link Jarrett's going to be with us in a few minutes from Statesboro, assuming they're staying in Statesboro, which may be another story altogether. We'll figure that out with Link in a minute. Here's my question. For as many times as you've been to the NCAA baseball tournament as a head coach, what is the most important commodity starting tomorrow at noon? Is there one thing that in order to be successful, we have to do?
Yeah, you have to pitch well, and then you hope you're playing good defense. And I will say we started the year kind of rough in both categories. I think we've been much better lately, and so I think that gives me some encouragement that we are hopefully finding our stride a little bit with some pitching and with some defense. And then you hope that our offense can get untracked. If we can get untracked and kind of just get going, we're pretty hard to stop sometimes. So you can't count on offense when you get to this time of year because everybody's got some pitching. But you hope you pitch it well. You hope you just make the normal routine plays and don't give a team extra outs. Don't walk a bunch of guys. And I think if we do that, we're going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, Coach, talking about the pitching, we asked Brian O'Connor this as well. Managing a pitching staff through this weekend, you've obviously, every week, every game is important to win, but you've also got to think about the fact that you could be playing 5 over the course of the weekend. So how do you balance those 2 things?
Well, you just try to win every game, Roddy, and I don't think you would just hold anybody back. If to try to save them for tomorrow when you could lose today, and we've tried to map out as best as we can. Probably the first couple games, like we know who's going to start for us on Friday, and we know who's probably going to start Saturday if we win, and we probably know who's going to start if we lose. So. You look at those maybe first couple opportunities and you can say, okay, these guys are starting, but then it's kind of all hands on deck to win each game as you play
it. Okay, so here's kind of the last thing we've got. Back early in the year, calendar year, January, Packers started asking every head coach in the ACC this very important question. Why are you laughing? You don't even know what the question is.
Yeah, well,
Or do you
I
know
don't
what
know
the
what's
question
coming.
is?
I'm not sure what's
Okay.
coming, but
All right.
I'm
Well,
sure it's good.
Packer's in Italy, so we hope he's coming back. It's, as Roddy said, it's 50-50 based on some of the social media stuff. He may just stay and call it off. He's got plenty of bread. He could do it if he wanted to. All right. So the question is this: what's your walk-up music? You get it at bat. You got to get jacked up. Now batting number 17, Danny Hall. What music are they playing?
That's a tough question, Wes. But you know when I grew up, so I'm probably going back to the Gap Band or Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
Maybe the Eagles. You could probably choose a song from just about any of those bands, and I'd probably be fine with it. And so it'd be something from the era that when I was walking around the campus of Miami of Ohio.
There you go.
There you
right.
go.
Hey, how about this? Brian O'Connor said anything from George Strait.
Oh my. Yeah, the boy from Omaha.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought he would have gone there, but he did.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah,
Brian O'Connor went George Strait on us. Hey, great to see you. By the way, how's Miss Kara doing with the fact that there won't be a son playing baseball next year at Georgia Tech? I mean, we've had this nice run of Carter and Colin. Are we okay with a Georgia Tech team without a Hall kid on it next year? Are we good there?
I'm not sure she is. I haven't given it a lot of thought, but I know she has, and and it's hard to believe. I got a chance to do an interview yesterday kind of about it, and it's been a great run to have a son on the team here the last few years. And you look next year, and now you're not going to. So I think it'll probably be different for me, but it's going to be way different for Miss Kara.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. Be well, okay? Always good to catch up.
Thank
we'll
you,
see
guys.
you soon.
Appreciate it.
All
Have
right.
a good day.
Appreciate it, Coach.